It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Excuse my pronunciation of this brewery. I'm going to try my very best. It's from wonderful Finland. Thank you very much to Buddy Visor for sending us the beer. Cheers to you. This is Mallassepa from Naantali, Finland. And this is their Smoky Road Raunchbier. Coming in at 6.8% ABV. In a 330 milliliter bottle. Is it 330? Looks slightly more. I can't see the milliliters on the front of the bottle. We'll find it later on in the review. White bottle cap on this one. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. I do like a Raunchbier. I do like a smoked beer. So a Raunchbier, to you lovely new people who have tuned in into the channel, is a smoked. They smoke the malt. So you have your regular malt that they bring in and they brew beer with, but this malt has been set to one side and they've smoked it. So the malt that they use with the beer makes the beer nice and smoky. Some Raunch beers, you will try them, they will taste like smoked bacon. Some will taste... I kind of come across and say it gives like an organically kind of green. If you could ever picture what green would taste like, it would taste like a Raunch beer. I know that sounds really weird, but that's my way of explaining it. We got a one finger white on this one. One finger white head on this one, should I say. Good levels of carbonation on the beer. It's a hazy, ruby red coloured ale. It looks beautiful in the glass, it really does. Let's get the aroma. Look at that beer. Look at that beer rolling around in the glass. Got good body to it. Oh, but you can almost smell the body. Yes, I'm picking up that classic smoked bacon flavour from the beer. A little bit of maybe TCP, but that comes through naturally with a Raunch beer as well. Some kind of, it has a slightly medical, like walking into a doctor's surgery kind of aroma to it. But that's normal. That's very normal for this style of beer. You can smell the body, you can smell the richness of the body of the beer, you can smell that biscuit malt coming through at the same time. Because it won't be 100% smoked malt, because it'll just be completely undrinkable. So there's a lot of regular malt in here as well. And you can pick that up, that biscuitiness, that breadiness. And I always find it slightly difficult to pick the hops up in the beer because of that kind of smoked malt, that bacony flavour. If I was to give you like, if I was to say peppery spiciness from the hops, then I'd be lying. So I think we're ready to dive into this one. Thank you very much to Buddy Visor in Finland for sending us such a wonderful looking beer. Cheers everybody. I love it. I love Raunch beer because I had to teach myself to like it. I think the first Raunch beer I tried, and I'm pretty sure if you've tried it the first time as well recently, or you're about to try it, this is a beer that you have to learn to love, I think. I don't think there's many people out there who will go into this as being a Raunch beer virgin, take a sip of the beer and go, oh, I love that, that's brilliant. I think it's a very required taste. It's one of those tastes in a beer that you have to be very patient with, or the beer style itself you have to be very patient with. And I think there's only going to be a small segment of the craft beer drinking market, probably 5% of the craft beer drinking market, who will like this beer. It's quite a niche thing. It's quite a niche product. it's a required palate. It's a really experienced palate that can tolerate this style of beer. I think your craft beer virgin would go, or your Raunchbier virgin would go, oh, bacon and TCP, oh, I'm not drinking that. But you just got to give it a bit of time. You've got to keep drinking. It's a bit like when you first started to drink coffee. Nobody likes coffee when they first drink coffee, do they? But you kind of get into drinking coffee for whatever reason, and you end up drinking lots of coffee and enjoying coffee. It's a bit like Raunchbier. You have to give it time. You have to keep going back to it. Having the odd third when you see it in your craft beer bar. And I promise you, you'll come back and love it. Great body, great drinkability, smoky bacon, a little bit of tobacco smoke coming through, bitterness on the back end from the hops. It's a beer that you sip. It's a beer that you take your time with. Probably like opening a barrel-aged beer with a cork and a cage. You know, some special beer you paid £15 for. Open it up slowly, savour it, sit next to the fire with it. This is this kind of very style of beer where you just sip it, you just take your time with it. Did I ever think in my craft beer drinking life that I would like Raunchbier? No, in all honesty. Took a long time. But I respect it now. I totally understand it, and I actually really like it. I actually really like it as a style. I'm going to roll the beer around now in the glass. Look, you can see the quality of the beer. Let's get it to focus. There we go. Look at the quality of that beer. Look at the body. You can see the body of the beer. You can see that carbonation. Beautiful beer. A lot of time has been taken to brew this beer. I was hoping for a little bit of English, but of course there's no English on the back of here. It's a beer from Finland. This beer would never have ventured its way over to South Wales in the UK if it wasn't for brilliant people like Buddy Visor and Travis in Australia. And all the other wonderful, Mick in Australia as well. Wonderful people from around the world. Johan used to send beer from Sweden. Håkan, who sends beer from Sweden. Rune, that sends beer from Norway. Helga, that sends beer from Norway. We got some fantastic people all around the world sending us beer into the channel to try. And I just think it's absolutely fantastically brilliant that these people choose to do so. Thank you very much. It's a real pleasure to drink this beer. I'm going to rate this beer now, if the camera focuses. Smoky Road Raunchbier. I like it enough to give it a 9 out of 10. It's a really good example of a Raunchbier. 9 out of 10. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.